Tick-tack, 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 my dear children. Today I am telling you a true story about how times and bad people can change. So imagine this. Behind 7 mountains, behind 7 valleys, somewhere in New York, not so long ago, just a few weeks ago actually, there were a lot of negative analysts and a lot of headwinds for Tesla and Elon Musk. There were lots of fake headlines, lots of nasty stories, lots of uncertainty about Tesla's survival, and just nothing good that the mainstream media reported. Just all fat. Above all, the evil Wall Street main troll Jim Cramer, a nasty Wall Street guru with high ratings and many followers. He manipulated the stocks of many companies at his whim and made lots of money with it. He was an opponent of Tesla, supported the short sellers massively, and occasionally caused the hellish ups and downs of Tesla shares. But one morning, Jim woke up and his wife and daughter told him, "We want a Tesla car. Buy one." And they got what they wanted. And Jim Cramer made a miraculous recovery. And soon he was saying good things about Tesla and Elon Musk like this.
You want to understand this seemingly unstoppable market where, again, the Dow rallied another 153 points, S&P gained 0.52%, NASDAQ advanced 0.19%? Well, then look no further than the stock of Tesla. This is an amazing market, but it's also been an amazingly challenging market. Individual investors, though, are back. They now make up north of 20%, some say 25% of the action. And they've weathered everything from frightened, screaming billionaires to the nastiest presidential race in living memory to a horrifying global pandemic. They've steeled their hearts against the lack of COVID vaccine or even a therapeutic. They aren't oblivious to the incredibly high unemployment rate, although they haven't let it change their minds about trying to make money in the stock market. And what's the perfect symbol of that attitude? Tesla. Not the car, not the man, not even the company, but Tesla, the concept. This is something that stands for American greatness at a time when it can feel like our country doesn't have much to root for in a world that hates us. I don't remember I cannot remember a time in my life when we were this hated, and I lived through the Nixon administration. Now, Tesla reported last night, and while the stock barely budged today, the fact is they delivered some fantastic results. This was a clean top and bottom line beat, no funny business ledger demand, nothing, with $1.4 billion in cash flow, double what Wall Street was looking for. Tesla hit its aggressive U.S. build targets for the quarter, and they still think they can make 500,000 Model 3 and Model Y units in America this year, along with another 250,000 Model 3s in China. Elon Musk is even planting the flag in the global capital of the auto industry with a Berlin plant that will start producing cars from Europe next year. We'll see the Tesla truck made in Austin sometime next year, too. They've left the old school automakers in the dust. At this point, it's not even a fair comparison. Even though Tesla spent $2.4 billion on new production capacity, service centers, and supercharging locations, among other items, their cash still increased by $5.9 billion, bringing their total hoard up to $14.5 billion. I can remember only about a year ago when people still worried that Tesla was functionally bankrupt. Now I can argue that it's got the best balance sheet in the industry. Most important, for once, Elon Musk conducted a flawless conference call, comported himself well, not eccentric, not condescending, not a farcical off-Broadway comedy. He played it straight. How many CEOs wish they could kick off their call with saying, and I quote, "All right, so Q3 was our best quarter in history. We achieved record production deliveries, record revenue, record net income, both GAAP and non-GAAP, and record free cash flow of $1.4 billion, end quote. He actually sounded gracious, maybe even a little humble, when he thanked his employees and suppliers. Humility from Elon Musk? Well, wonders never cease. He went on to talk about cost control, improving quality, making the cars more affordable, and then he finishes saying, quote, I've never felt more optimistic about the future of Tesla than I do today. Also, I'd like to thank the investors who have stuck with us through thick and thin. I think there's a lot more good stuff to come, end quote. No hyperbole? I mean, I know that sounds like standard corporate pablum, right? So what separates Elon Musk from every other CEO who's paid to sound optimistic about the future and make nice with investors? Two things. First, those other guys don't have his track record. And second, and more important, we've waited years to hear this kind of boring CEO talk from Elon Musk. We're used to hearing him harangue the idiot analysts or the stupid SEC or the foolish critics. Sometimes you had to wonder if he'd just smoked a doobie. This time he sounded like he was channeling Lincoln's second inaugural. Malice toward none. Charity for all. Listen, this guy has taken a situation that was easy to dump on, where many analysts had sell readies on the stock. Some of them even predicted bankruptcy. And he's turned it into a $400 billion business. At this point, Tesla's transcended the auto industry. It is a tech company that's figured out how to store clean energy and then use it to fuel cars and who knows what else. Most automakers have to spend more money advertising than Tesla spends on building new factories. They blanket the airways with ads nobody wants to see, not even the ones voiced by the great John Slattery. Tesla, on the other hand, doesn't need to advertise. Product markets itself. Today, two analysts were forced to upgrade the stock from hold to buy after fighting it all the way up. Sure, the stock's already more than quintupled this year, but as one of them explained, fashionably late, upgrading to outperform. The other note said the margin picture improved significantly, shifting to market outperform. Where did these Johnny-come-latelys get it wrong? Was it that they didn't realize Tesla's a great technology company with a surprisingly reasonable valuation versus other tech? It only trades at 13 times sales at a time when dozens of tech stocks trade at more than 20 times sales. One sells at 50, which is Zoom, and now Snowflake's over 100. With 39% revenue growth and a 9.2% operating margin, Tesla deserves to trade like those cloud plays, especially when you consider all the intellectual property that goes into one of their cars, including a battery that's only going to get better and cheaper. I know I was quite taken with the technology when I recommended the stock at $60 a year ago. It's now at $425. But it wasn't the technology that got me on board with this story. It was my daughter, my wife, and two very smart friends with fabulous financial acumen who dragged me kicking and screaming into the bull corner. I don't think that's why these analysts missed it, though, even if the tech angle is a pretty good excuse, given that they all cover the auto industry. If you're used to following Ford or General Motors, Tesla's valuation does look insane. It's now the largest auto company on Earth by market cap, bigger than Toyota, even as Toyota's on track to make roughly 20 times as many cars this year. No, they made a different kind of misjudgment, one that maybe you wouldn't. See, they failed to understand the scale of the opportunity that Tesla held out to individual investors like you, including the younger ones, we call them the Robin Hood kind, who've taken the market by storm. These analysts didn't grasp the younger generation's more optimistic ethos. To them, Musk is a rebel with a cause, the cause of observable excellence, not social media mystique or cloud brilliance, but actual metal bent around brilliance. The analysts couldn't understand that Tesla's more than just a vehicle. It's a vehicle of hope in a miasma of gloom. Musk even made it easier for individual investors to get a piece of it by splitting the stock. Now, it's not a cold stock as I once thought. That was wrong. It's a story of American ingenuity, probably a lot like Henry Ford when he first burst on the scene with his universal car, except with a much cleaner engine and without Henry Ford's trademark anti-Semitism. Here's the bottom line. When it comes to Tesla, the doubters were wrong and the believers were right. Those believers are not the rich, cautious state preachers of index fund handcuffs. They're the individual investors who are sick and tired of being told that they're stupid, too stupid to manage their own money. Turns out they can make a lot of money when you buy stock in a great company with a visionary CEO and a revolutionary product. That shouldn't take so many people by surprise, and I hope it doesn't after the shimmering star that is Elon Musk's Tesla.
This is how only fairy tales can end, but we all knew and remembered. And for more fairy tales like this, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell, and you will be always the first one to be informed when a new fairy tale has been uploaded to our channel. Thank you, see you next time.